Hey, what's up YouTube? How's it going? Welcome back to Succum's Garage. Today I got a little project here for the IS300. Today we are installing the Truhart coilovers. These are the, I think the Street Plus, I believe. Yeah, Street Plus. And heard some good things about this. It's actually bought over by BC Racing, so they actually make these coilovers now, which is pretty good. Also, while we're at it, we are going to swap out the brake calipers, taking the old one out, putting new ones in. What we're doing here is we're putting the LS400 out of a 1995 Lexus LS400. We're swapping that out. We are also putting new rotors, new brake lines. It's going to be stainless steel brake lines by Stop Tech. Also, I got myself a set of 17-inch wheels, which probably won't fit to cover like these calipers, but I do have spacers that we're going to put over it and see how it looks. And thank you guys for tuning in. And for those who are just now tuning in, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and consider subscribing. And let's just go ahead and get right into this. Alright guys, so what we got here is, let's see, we got a 10mm right here that holds the ABS. Let's see, down on the bottom, right here, where the lower shock mount sits, you got a 17mm bolt and a 17mm nut. So you'll need actually hold one here and one on the other side to get that out. Also, I'm not gonna take this ball joint off. What I'm actually gonna do is take the roll center adjuster off instead from the bottom, and which are these bolts right here. There's one on each side, and they are also 17mm. And I'll be doing it that way, and then after that you can come from the top. You have the igniter. This one specifically on the passenger side, you have a 12mm bolt here and a 12 here. Take that off and this will come off. That following that, you have 12mm that holds the shock strut in place. The driver side is a little bit different. You have a 10mm bolt that holds this igniter right here, and then you got a 12mm that holds this spot right here. Just take that off, and the rest of these are all 12mm. Forgot to mention that I got new wheels in. As you see there, these are Adhans AH02. Probably just gonna leave one for now, just in case it just drops on me. Oh man, it's not tall enough for me to get this. I had to raise the car up a little bit. All right, I got a shorter socket here. All right, come back up here and just go ahead and loosen this one up, or just take it out completely. All right, that's good. Which one is this? Is this front, back, rear? Top. I guess this is the front. Yeah, that's definitely the front. All right, let's look at this here. Here's the Truhart Racing, the coilovers. These are the Street Plus. As you can see, it comes preloaded, and this came off the original one, so you want to keep this. put it back on here, because if you don't, you might hear some clunking and clanking. And I've already adjusted it about, I believe, 1.5 inch somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and try that out. I don't want it too low. All right, to give you a little bit of an update here. I took this piece off because I realized that the bolt stud that it came with is not tall enough, and I won't be able to mount this back on. And I wanted to mount it back on, so I took it off and got a little bit of bolt stud up there. Now, one thing I see here is that it doesn't have a bracket or anything to hold this ABS wire in place. I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem. I might have to fabricate something so I can mount it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think I might have to, so that it's just so it doesn't get caught up in anything when it comes down or when I'm driving. So the people at Truhart decided to this locking nut right here, they decided to put it upside down, so now I'm spending all the time to like take it out and put it back in the right direction. I've already taken the bottom portion out. Now I'm taking the locking nut out, which is taking quite some time. Okay, so we're off to the rear. Okay, so for the rear we have these two right here, which are 12mm bolt. Take those off. Then we're gonna go down to the bottom, the lower shock strut. You have a bolt here, that's a 19. Then you got a bolt there, and you got another one here, which is a nut. That's also a 19 nut. And then what I'm also gonna do is take off this right here, which is, I believe, a 12. That's a nut here, and a bolt, a 12 on the other side. And then this one right here, which is a 19mm nut. Nut, and a bolt on the other side. And then we're gonna go to the top. You just have to pull this carpet lining back. This just is being held in by a bunch of fasteners and clips. You come here. Now these nuts are 14mm, and you need a deep socket for that one. Yep, got the control arm down, and let's put the new one back in. Now, I'm probably gonna need 2 hands for this. Shoot. hold on here. So I needed 2 hands to hold this, and I have no hands, so I have it sitting on this 2x4. And then I'm gonna go up here and go ahead and mount my screws, my bolt actually. Alright, it didn't. Okay. Now where did the other one go to? There it is. Alright. Now let's tighten up. Let's go ahead and torque the upper suspension right here where the top hat sits. These are the 12mm bolts. You torque these at 25 foot-pounds. All right, now we go down to the lower bracket where the shock absorber, where the bolt goes into the shock absorber, and the lower bracket, this bolt right here, that is torqued to 47 foot-pound. Okay, so this stabilizer bar right here, or you call it sway bar, whatever. But if you happen to take this off, this bolt right here is torqued to 36 foot-pound, and you got this the shorter stabilizer link right here too. You probably only need to take this off, but if you do happen to take that off, go ahead and torque that back to 36 foot-pound. And I apologize for not showing this, but the 3 bolts that goes up where the trunk, inside the trunk area, that goes on top of this top hat, those are torqued at 26 foot-pound. I've already done it and I forgot to record it, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys that now. If you care about torquing it, which I believe you should, 26 foot-pound, guys. Okay, so as for torquing the shock absorber, the 19mm bolt here, and the lower suspension arm that's back here, both of these are both 19. These are torqued at 81 foot-pounds. Gotta get my wrench on the other side. And the 12mm stabilizer bar link, the bolt here, it is 21 foot-pounds. Alright, as you can see here, I've already taken the caliper apart. I've painted these calipers this 2K blue paint, which is caliper paint. it came out pretty nice and smooth. You don't need to like put any like high temperature hot gloss anything like that on it, because this is a temperature paint made for calipers. See, things that you'll need are these brake parts, because we're gonna rebuild these things, and technically just seals and gasket, that's all it is. All right, like I said, I've already painted this ahead of time, took everything apart. So let's go ahead and I also got myself a little cap here, which is a spray can cap with some brake fluid in it. And if you do take these apart, you'll have these two little sections here. They have these little gasket in it, and you're gonna need these right here to replace them. And which that's what I'm gonna do first. A little bit of brake fluid on both. Goes in like that. You got your rings, should be 4 total, because you know 2 on each side. Dipping in brake fluid, and it goes inside this little groove that's right in here. Just want to stick it in. You can see where it goes in, right around here, and then all the way around. Now, if you decided not to open this, and and leave it as one part, it's fairly easy regardless, because it's just rubber. But this way it's a lot easier, so I decided to just do it this way. Because if you're gonna replace everything, you might as well just replace everything, right? Also, so if you want to take it out, like you made a mistake of some sort, or if you're rebuilding this and this is already in there and you want to take it out, you need like an angle pick of some sort, like this one. You just want to put it in and pick it out from the side, and it should just pop right out. I mean, it'll be a while, but you just pick it like that, and they'll come out like that. I mean, I would rebuild. I don't see why not, I mean, you should, since it's something really old. Cause this came off a 95 LS400. Alright, we got our pistons right here. Dip that in also in brake fluid. Just kind of ease it in there. Okay, you don't have to go all the way down, because we need to put this boot over it also. Now, as for this boot, you have this piece of the rubber that sticks up. This one goes under the pistons itself, so that's why you don't want to push it all the way down. Because as you can see how the piston has like a lip right here, and this part right here will sit right under that lip. See how it sits firmly right under it? Alright. I'll do the same thing for the other side. And then you can go ahead and press it down some more. That corner doesn't want to go in. So next thing you want to do is take channel locks or some C-clamps and just, you know, squeeze the piston in, because at this point they are pretty tough to push in by hand. Also try not to damage your paint, so that's why I have a rag under here. Okay. Paint's still good. We have short bolts and we have long bolts. So short bolts goes at the end, long bolts goes at the two adjacent to it. I do not know what the torque spec on these are, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten it enough. Then I'll find out what a torque spec is later. Then I'll torque it when it's on the car. All right. We have ourselves a set of calipers, guys. It's looking good. Okay, so here are some of the things that I have for this. I have these RCA adapters, these thread holes adapter, stainless steel brake lines. I do have a set of some new rotors. These are LS400 rotors, as opposed of the IS300, because I don't think they will fit on the IS300 rotor. So I got these, test it out, see if it works. And these I got from Fix Engineering. This I got from eBay. This I got from Advanced Auto. Alright, so we can start by first taking off the two 17mm bolt on the bottom of the lower tie rod. Let's see. Yep. That's one, and then that one on the other side. After that, we can take these caliper bolts off. Just one there, and all the way in the bottom, right there. That is also a 17mm. And just take one bolt off from here, just loosen this one up a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and loosen the brake line also. So yeah, so definitely use an impact on this, because this thing it ain't coming out. Oh man, got my pipe.
this one, I'll just leave it in there for now. Let's go ahead and break this loose. Alright, if in case you're wondering, I got the new stainless steel line in, and I've added this piece to the end of it to prevent it from leaking any more brake fluid at the bottom. While that's holding that, we can go ahead and take our calipers off. Take these off too. So now we need to take this dust shield off. These bolts here, they are torque bit T25, but unfortunately you can't get anything in here that'll fit to take it off. So 10mm will work. Alright, so in order to get this dust shield out, it's got like 3 layers of sheet metal right here. 1, 2, and 3. I have my snipping tool, but I don't think it's going to be enough to cut through that thick layer of metal. So what I'll do here is like pry in between it. At least you should be able to pry in between it. Hold on. Let me just try this real quick. Okay. So now that we get that layer to open up a little bit, just like that, we can go ahead and snip it one at a time. Alright, let's go ahead and install these row center adjusters. Make sure you clean all that out. Came with these 10mm hex bolt. I don't know why hex as opposed of the other kind, but whatever. Alright, so as for the dust shield, which way was it facing? Yeah, I think it was facing this direction. So this is gonna sit like right there. So technically just cut this off, and somewhere around here that should go off too. All that, and I'm probably not gonna cut this off. I'm probably just gonna bend it backward to save some time.
Alright, I've already cut the portion that I need off this dust shield.
So these are the threaded inserts. Yeah, you're supposed to press it in here. So I stripped one of these out earlier, in case you're wondering what thread or pitch size this is. This is an M12 by 1.25. So if you ever strip the thread inside and you want to retap it, it's an M12 by 1.25. Alright, so the idea of doing this is to put, since these are off-centered, see where the top portion where it's closer to the wall, you want to put that facing upwards or away. You technically want to put it as far away as you can from each other, like that. So give it a good push in, and this the same way. Push it away. This one don't want to go in. Well, you don't want to have it go in crookedly neither. Okay, here we go. Just got to get one started. Alright, so just tighten it to until it pulls it in. So I've already cleaned the surface of this hub. Took a little wire brush and just went around it. So that's clean and good to go. Rotors in. I'll grab myself some lugs. That's as tight as I can get it to. Alright, let's see if it... Alright, no noise. Oh, by the way, this dust shield, I did bend it backward as opposed to cutting this top portion off. So I just bent everything backward. That way I don't have to do so much cutting on it. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten these bolts up. So the bolts, the torque bolt that goes on the back of the caliper, these ones right here, you want to torque those to 43 foot-pounds. And as for the caliper bolt bracket, which bolts into the spindle knuckle right here, the big 17, there's two of them. torque those to 87 foot-pound. Okay, at this point now, let's go ahead and add our brake pads. Got the little grease right here that came with it. It would just come out. Just smear it all on the back of the pad. Right. Got another one here. We got our retainer, in which this will go in. One side, and then this the other side. Just make sure that you have a hole here. You want to align it to where it's facing the direction where you can put this other, whatever this is called. I'll call it a pin retainer. Slides there to lock these pins in so it won't come sliding out. Might need some pliers or something to help push this back. Okay, here we go. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and connect our stainless steel line. As earlier, I've already connected it right here, and I've put some kind of stopper from it, prevent it from leaking brake fluid. So now we're going to go ahead and install it onto this caliper. What you want to do here is get your banjo bolt, put one washer right above it. This will go right on top and between, then the other washer will go right on the bottom. So I had to redo this line real quick because it was getting twisted and tangled up and I couldn't tighten the bolt. So I've loosened this top portion again, twisted it back to where it's not so tight, and tighten that up, and then go ahead and tighten this up. So we're gonna go ahead and torque this banjo bolt to 22 foot-pounds. That's it right there. Let's go ahead and torque the lugs up to 85 foot-pounds. Hey, it's not bad. Actually better than the stock IS. Stops a lot quicker than the stock IS, actually. Not bad. I like it. All right, guys, so that is the overall result. Now, if you're wondering, the front here, I have a 15 millimeter spacer. In the rear, I have a 20 millimeter spacer. The wheels are add-ons, AHO2, 17 by 8, plus 35 offset. And this is what it would look like with the spacer. I did roll the fender a little bit. I didn't go as low as I wanted to go because in case I do get different tires, they'll be taller. So I left the 2-finger gap here on front and back. It is low, but I don't want it to be too low so where I cannot get a jack under it. Hey, thank you for watching. I hope you like what you see there. If you do, go ahead and smash that like button for me. It will help me out in the YouTube algorithm. And if you do like contents like this, go ahead and consider subscribing. I'm also going to try to do other things in the future. Once again, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.